Katie, over to you.
All right, so if it is one thing that 2025 has taught us, it is that 2026 should be a healthier year for all of us. And so we are starting that journey here at Maris Fitness Center with our gut health.
That
And
is it.
today with me is my personal trainer, owner of Maris Fitness Center, Mr. Randy Maris, and also Dr. Jade McIntosh to speak more, in depth on gut health, which is something I'm sure we're all interested in, especially as women. We experience a lot of bloating for various reasons. And so Mr. Maris and Doc, they're here to basically just delve into that a little bit for us. So, Randy,
Hmm.
tell me, Gut Health Wednesdays.
Right.
Explain to us, what is this all about?
All right. So of course, gut health is about how you're being rather than how you're looking. Because so you have a lot of persons sometimes look okay, but they're not okay. So that's what actually sparked this initiative, among other things.
So you said look okay, but they don't feel okay.
Right.
And we can all relate to this. As a matter of fact, right now I can relate to this.
Right.
Every month I can relate to this. So
Right.
I'm thinking that this is the reason that you decided to come
Right.
up with it.
That's right.
But is gut health really only for women or also for men?
Everybody.
It's for everybody.
Everybody, the young, the old, you name it. Because you know what is happening is that we know that in this time and age that most things that we consume are either packed with preservatives or different components that are definitely bad for our health. So we are saying that the key thing is to make sure of what's happening on the inside.
What are some of the benefits of this program? When I decide to sign up for Gut Health Wednesdays, what can I expect from this program?
Right. So of course, we are going to push healthy eating, right? And let me just back up by saying this that I was in Amp's class some months ago, and I was just thinking that you're these clients working out, pushing it, doing everything, what I mean, right? But then they always snap back. The tummy start to get bloated. The sides start to get bloated. What's happening?
We don't
So
realize that
right,
everything
not
is
realizing that it
intertwined.
right that what I mean, besides just pushing the physical, besides just pushing that hard work in class, if you stop and think about what you're actually injecting in the body, this will now enhance that which you so desire. Bear in mind, it is not so much about just the workout, but it is mainly about what you're putting
All
in.
right, so Dr. McIntosh, tell us, what are the benefits of good gut health?
So for me, one of the first things that I would say to anybody who's inquiring about the benefits is think of it this way. Your body is like a car. You don't want it to be that one of the parts in the car isn't working, because when that part is not working, then you start make noise, the car start with problem. So think of it this way as your digestive system or your gastrointestinal system that's from the mouth, go all the way down to the belly, into the tripe or the intestines as we call it, right down to the bottom. That's a system that's in our body. And if that system goes bad, then it can affect the rest of the systems in the body. So the benefits of your good gut health, are to just ensure that everything in your body is working like a well-oiled machine.
I like that analogy. I really like it. I'm gonna do a follow up question, Doc. Um, Other illnesses. Can we get other illnesses from having poor gut health?
Absolutely. So first of all, remember that it's again back to the car. If you put in a certain type of gas in the car and it's not meant for the car, then again mess up the car. So anything that you put into your body will and can affect your body in negative or positive ways, right? So there are a lot of diseases and disease processes that we can have if it is that our gut health or what we're putting into our bodies is not good for our
Tell
bodies.
me now, Doc. I want to split it up a little bit. Gut health for women, gut health for men. Right? A lot of women, we are so concerned about the physical because when you get the bloating and the waistline look bigger and the jeans get a little tighter, it starts to concern me, right? But I mean, tell me now, as a woman, what are some of the things that I can do to reduce bloating?
Okay, so in general, there are certain foods that would be better for bloating or to combat bloating, I should say. And then there are definitely foods that are gonna bring on the bloat, right? So your starch heavy, your gluten heavy foods, your fatty foods, your greasy foods, those are definitely gonna bloat you up or make your belly look a little, bigger than usual. And then obviously things that are high fiber, your vegetables, your fruits, certain types of healthy fats, those will help the belly to stay a little bit flatter. Not to say that you can't have your greasy food or you can't have your bread or things that have gluten, just in moderation. And you also want to make sure that your diet is balanced, because at the end of the day, the only way you're gonna get your nice waistline is for you to make sure that your diet is balanced and that it's mostly healthy. Because people always said abs are made in the kitchen, and that's not a joke. So you go to the gym, and yes, that's great. You could have do 10,000 ab exercise, but guess what? If you don't eat properly, the abs are not gonna come. You could have eat KFC 15 times, you could have eat fried chicken, this, that, and you're doing 5 minutes and 10 ab workouts. Trust me, it's not gonna happen unless your diet is matching the effort from the workout.
All right, so we find that males are they give less attention to their health, overall, less attention to their physical being overall. So a
Careful,
man,
don't just say me like that, because.
apart from Mr. Myers and his members,
Okay.
but generally
But
speaking,
just to make sure it's a bit,
you have a lot of men
you
walking
know.
around with guts in front of them, quote unquote. What would you say to a male that obviously from the looks of the physical being, that listen, you need to practice proper gut health?
Okay, so I won't lie and say that there are definitely statistics that say that men have poorer health seeking behavior.
Tell Mr. Myers that for me now.
I don't say no, that I'm not opposing. I'm just saying, I was just touching the part when they say we intend not to.
But yes, they have poorer health seeking behaviors, meaning they're less likely to kind of seek out health advice or to be a little bit healthier. That is a statistic thing, I'm not being prejudiced. However, the good thing is that for males, again, statistically, it's much easier for them to transform or to burn fat, or if it is that they want to look a certain type of way. So for them, the workouts are a little bit easier. They're hormonally and anatomically stronger. And in terms of the gut health now, really and truly, the recipe is one and the same, in the sense that once they're eating the right foods, the abs are there. Once their gut health is fine, they're fine, if that makes sense. It's just that you definitely want to, as a male specifically, ensure that you're having a very good and balanced diet. That's your protein, especially if you're trying to build your muscle. You want to ensure that you're having your fiber, because that's good for your colon, and colon cancer is very rampant in the Caribbean setting, especially in Jamaica. So that's really and truly the recipe is the same. Abs are made in the kitchen, whether you're a woman, whether you're a man, but just the differences in terms of the bloating and stuff like that. But as a man, just make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do in terms of eating what you're supposed to eat. Balanced diet, your vegetables, your protein. You try and stray away from the fattier foods, the sweet foods. You eat those in moderation, things like that.
Thank you so much for that, Doc. Randy, back to you. Who can participate in this program? Is it a program only for females? Is it for males only, or it's for everybody? Who are you concentrating on?
Of course, I encourage everyone to be a part of this engagement, because, as Dakwood made mention just now, that we all face the same complications, even the younger ones as well. We're not going to restrict them from all, but we're still going to encourage them to still, every now and then, even if you have, just like what we're doing here, we're just saying a day out of the week to just call it like a green day, right?
Also,
So
it's
at
a
home,
day.
right?
You start with a
You
day.
start with a day, right? So naturally at home, you can start to do some of the same. You can say to your kiddies that, all right, then Wednesday is going to be a green day. No cheat day, no snack, no cheese,
So baby
and
steps.
that's right. Taking small steps. We all know that one day is not going to get it all right, but it is a start. Right. So we encourage everybody to take on this Health Awareness Wednesday. Right. But first of all, you want to be a member of my Fitness
I
Center
was
to
just
get the layers.
he's preempting me, because I was just about to ask.
Right.
How can people be a part of this program? How do we sign up?
Right. Right.
What is it that we need to do?
I love the fact that it says program, and I want to just clarify that I want to clarify this, that it is not a program.
It's not a
It's a
program.
lifestyle. No, it's not something that's going to start and stop. As long as Myers Fitness Center exists, we're going
It's a
to have
long-term thing.
That's right, a lifetime. Let me say a lifetime, right? So, because what I realized, as I was saying earlier, is that a lot of persons start a program, they get in shape, they trim down a little bit, but they snap right back. So I'm saying, what if we come up with an idea that, we start to train people every week, remind them to, have this green day, then this will now start to at least get them into a rhythm, so that will trigger, a way of life. And before you know it, because let me make clear also that, you know, leading up to Wednesday, we're gonna have like a preparation day, like a preset. So Tuesday is gonna be like a day when we get them prepared. So we're gonna give them like a layer of things to get their body in gear, because you don't want to shut the body by just jumping from your regular meal pattern to a strict
When
green day.
hold on now, Randy. When you say shock the body,
Mm-hmm.
tell me exactly what you're talking about.
Right. So as you know, uh, some people just eat any and everything.
Like me, I'm here talk.
Right. So the key thing is that, the Wednesday is going to be like no processed food, no form of
Clean.
junky stuff,
Mhm.
right? And of course, we are also depending, because we're also looking into, for those who can manage without any from complication or underlying challenges, no meat. But again, we're going to definitely ask persons to check in with their doctor before they start to, get on this health green day, because all of this is about the complete you. So we're going to steer people in the right direction. So if you know that you have underlying complication or any form of underlying illnesses, or anything that would derail or prevent your would pose any further complications health wise, then we encourage you to check with your doctor. So the moment you are on point with these things, then we encourage you to follow the layers of the program that we will be setting out.
I like the fact that you mentioned that you should check with your doctor before doing any form of especially strenuous physical workout or any
Right.
adjustments to your diet or anything
Right.
like that.
Right.
No, from a trainer's perspective, and I'm also going to get Doc's perspective from the medical standpoint. From a trainer's perspective, why is it so important for people to see their practitioner before starting at the gym or doing a program like this?
Right.
Sorry, a lifestyle change
Right.
like this.
I like that. Right. Never forget that this is a lifestyle change, not a program. It's not something to start and stop. No, of course, it is very, very necessary and important that we, not only when we're going to start a meal pattern, that we check with our doctor, but also a workout program. Because guess what? You never know. Sometimes you have birth defects, underlying condition that you're not aware of, right? And that's the last thing you want to do, is to start a vigorous workout with any form of, any heart conditions, of course. And likewise, even with your eating, you can have, you know, diabetes, cholesterol problem, you don't know, because guess what? You never put your body under any pressure. Yeah, so you want to do a little health check, necessary blood works to make sure that your good vitals are okay. Because again, we have seen too many, complications and, fatalities, and so to speak.
True.
And we have to be mindful of these things. We cannot go around our doctors. They are there for a reason. And we encourage strongly to, check in to make sure before you engage and execute.
Okay, so Doc, I just asked Randy from the trainer's perspective, why is it important for you to check in with your physician before starting the gym, and or a lifestyle change like this? And I'm also asking you now from the medical standpoint, why is it important to check with our physicians before undertaking something like this? How important is that?
Okay, so it is very important, especially because in general, diets are not a one size fits all type of thing, right? Say, for example, this is a patient that has kidney issues. In general, you'd want to be telling people, yeah, man, drink your water, you have to stay hydrated. But a kidney patient doesn't necessarily have that luxury to be having an exorbitant amount of water or to be hydrated to a certain limit. So, for example, you have many medications where, okay, you can't be having citrus, but it's not that fruits are bad, it's just that it will interact with the medication in the wrong way. Same thing with pregnancy, especially, they have to meet a minimum of dietary requirements. We don't want to be that your pregnant mommy is having a 500 calorie limit. You get what I'm saying? Things like that. So you want to just ensure that you're in good health. If you have any chronic illnesses, you want to ensure that whatever medication that you're on is not affecting whatever diet that it is. Because certain foods require, sorry, for me, just cut this part out. Certain foods and certain supplements will interact with your medication and make them less effective. And in general, certain foods will flare up a certain type of disease or pathology.
Got you. And you said certain foods will flare up some types of diseases. Now, as you touch the topic of diseases, Doc, Jamaica is overridden with non-communicable diseases, lifestyle diseases, diabetes, high blood pressure. Does having poor gut health contributes to that any at all?
Absolutely. So remember the same analogy with the car. If you put bad gas into the car, you can ruin the car. So we're a nation that, every Friday we feel for something nice, but then sometimes the something nice roll over into the Monday, the Tuesday, the Wednesday, the Thursday, the Friday, Saturday. So if it is that you realize that you're having something nice and in the drive-through line every single day of the week, you're smoking, you're drinking a lot of alcohol, you're eating a lot of greasy food, you're eating a lot of sweet stuff, somebody have a cake sale, they buy 3 cake, then that's definitely going to turn into something else, especially if we're not doing these things in moderation and there's no balance. So what we're finding is that a lot of people, a lot of young people, are showing up with things like hypertension and diabetes just because of lifestyle and not because of a genetic factor that is into place. So we have to be very mindful of the things that we're putting into our bodies, especially if it is that we know that our family members had certain diseases before us. So if you know your granny and your father had trouble with sugar or pressure, then there's a link to the likelihood of you getting the sugar or the pressure. Or if you know, say, family in general, they're a little bigger boned, are them big, you have to be very mindful on to say, okay, I need to watch what I'm putting into my body. It's not just exercise. The food plays a big part of it because you have healthy people who have hypertension same way. So we definitely have to be mindful of things that we're putting into our bodies because there is a very big link to the non-communicable diseases that we're faced with in
All
Jamaica.
right.
Wonderful.
Makes
Thank you
sense.
so much, Doc. And my final question or comment from you, rate this program or this Randy says it's a lifestyle change. Rate this initiative for me as a medical doctor on a scale of 1 to 10 or whichever way you want to put a scale, 1 to 5, 1 to 10, 1 to 20. Rate this initiative for me. Is this a good initiative? Is it something that you would recommend?
Okay, so first of all, we use a scale of 1 to 10 in medicine, and this is at 10. This is great because not only it, well, I'm glad that he's not calling it a program, that it's a lifestyle change because it really should be a lifestyle change. It can be that you do it for 1 and 2 months and then you realize, okay, I look a little slimmer, I look a little different, and then you go back to the same poor habits you had before. You're gonna just relapse right into the foolishness you never want to be there in the first place. This is a very great initiative, and I think it's the perfect place to be employing this initiative because a lot of people are under the impression that okay, once I go to the gym, I'm okay, but that's not how it goes. So you need to pair this lifestyle with the physical activity for you to be healthy or to ensure that whatever diseases that you might have already, you're keeping them under control because let's be frank, that doesn't mean that oh you can only do this program if it is that you don't have any diseases already. No, if you do, you can use a lifestyle change with the gut health and you can use the physical activity to manage the lifestyle and make sure that everything is going well, and you can also use the program to prevent any of these things from happening to you. So I rate this initiative 10 out of 10. I fully endorse it. I'll be there on Wednesday myself. So yes, I endorse it. Thank you, Dr. Jade McIntosh. No problem. Doctor and also a member of the Lions Fitness Center. Woohoo, go Myers. All right, so thank you guys for having me. I really hope that initiative takes off, but I know it will take off.
That's
And
right.
I'll be here next time that you need me.
All right,
Thank you for
Doc.
joining us.
It's a pleasure, Doc. Thank you so much for your time. Looking
No
forward.
In
problem.
fitness and I mean just anything in general,
Right.
accountability is a big thing.
Right.
We start, especially it's a new year, so I can
Right.
imagine that you have a lot of new clients that come in, new year, new
Right.
me.
Right.
But how is it that you're going to hold these clients accountable with regard to your gut health Wednesdays? How is it that you're going to ensure that listen, you start this program, you're going to finish it, and you're going to continue this lifestyle change? How are you going to tap into that?
All right. So, of course, Katie, first of all, we're going to ensure that we continue to do that different little workshop with the clients. We're going to have nutritionists and doctors every now and then going to come in and educate and uplift and reinforce and encourage because again we are doing this for our Miles Fitness Center people. We are about health. We are about what's happening with you. So every week we're going to have a matter of fact, every Monday, like clockwork, we're going to send out a message to all our members reminding that tomorrow is our pre-day for Wednesday. And then, of course, on Wednesdays, we're going to still remind them that, remember, guys, today is our green day or gut health. And of course, we are still going to remind them that after Wednesday, this is your breakdown day, right? This is your built up. I'm sorry, your built up. This is when you're not going to, so you're not going to just jump back. So really and truly, you're going to have like 3 awareness days. So you're going to have Tuesday for the pre set engagement, Wednesday, which is a green gut health day, and then, of course, Thursday is a built up. That's when we're going to tell you how you're going to get back get off the program. Yeah, so it's not going to be just jumping on Wednesdays. You're going to prepare Tuesday for Wednesday, and then you're going to start build up for the break from the program. So there will be send out every week like clockwork
Follow-ups.
follow-ups to encourage persons to be a part of the greatness.
How is it that I can sign up for this program? What is it that I need to do? Do I have to be a member of the gym? Or I can just walk in off the road and say, boy, Randy, I watched your podcast and I'm interested in doing just the Gut Health Wednesdays with you. Tell me.
All right. So of course, I like that question at the end. If persons so desire, if you're not a member and you desire to be a part of our gut health, then we can definitely tell you how you can do so, right? But if you're a member, no charge. It's not about paying for this. We're doing this directly for our members. Because again, Katie, I have seen where a lot of persons join a program, get in shape, but after a while break from it. Break from it. So we are saying that we're going to put this in place. And I want to reinforce that this is not so much about how you're even looking at the outside. This is about your health, what is happening on the inside. But we know that if we get people to correct some of the gut health complication, they're going to get in shape. And don't, Katie, I can tell you this that we are going, if persons follow this, we're going to experience something different about our body because everything starts. And guys, let me tell you, this is not because I'm behind any camera or any motivational speech or anything like this. Right now, I'm feeling goosebumps because I know if
Experience.
you, right, and I've seen it, if you take the time out to make sure what's happening here, you will change so much complications with the body. So we are reinforcing this because we know that people can get more from this healthy lifestyle and fitness lifestyle. And as I always say, don't take for granted that because you're physically active in the gym that everything is okay. Right? A lot of persons get in right now in the gyms that have multiple complications
And they don't know.
and they don't know. You understand me? And sometimes when they, discover this saying, it's too late. So don't take for granted that you're good because you're exercising. So we are saying to you, gut health is an awareness to change lives, to change people in the gym, to change the way you see it, the way you do it. You will not have any regret to be a part of this. It costs you nothing,
Cost you nothing.
nothing at
You
all.
can't pour from an empty cup. 2026 is the year that we will get it all together.
That's right.
We are pushing for
That's
a
right.
healthier lifestyle.
That's right.
So as a member of the gym, right? And somebody who is interested in starting the Gut Health Wednesday lifestyle change, is it will I get anything personally from the gym to keep myself accountable, to track my diet and ensure that listen, I've had my green intake, I haven't had any processed foods, I'm taking out this, I'm adding this. Are you giving anything to me to help with my personal accountability?
So this is it now. Thank you for that question. It's a very sensible one. No, let me say this that for the gut health, we're going to give you a platform. We're going to give you layers of things that you are going to follow. And of course, in the gym, we have already mounted a board with things that we're going to avoid. Right? Now, you can also use this same platform and take it to your nutritionist for guidance. So you see what's happening here? We're just giving you a plan, but you don't necessarily have to follow a meal guide from us or any diet sheet from us, right? The principle you're going to make be a part of your lifestyle. And for those who so desire specifics, we also have that available, right? So that's how we're going to do it. So to ensure that we have persons on track.
Wonderful. We are ready to take on this
As you should.
Are we starting this week? Are we starting next week? I'm ready to start,
Right, that's
When we
right.
are start?
Right. So we are definitely from this date, from this post, we'll be starting 1 week. So naturally, I will make sure to put in the caption as to the specific date as to when we will be starting. So stay tuned for more. I'm telling you guys that you are not going to regret. So all you need to do, join us here at Myers Fitness Center.
Randy, we're going to close out this interview.
Right.
What is it finally that you want to say?
Of course, Katie, I'd like to say this, that one of my philosophies is that one of the greatest gifts mankind can give to itself is a pure spiritual life and complete physical fitness, right? It's the greatest thing. Life is a gift, and we should take care of a gift,
Life is
right? So let us start with our gut health Wednesdays. Do not just be a part of the gym. Do not just be a part of a program. Do not just be a part of an engagement, but be a part of a lifestyle change. So we are not going to just join the gym. We're going to join a holistic 360 turnaround for your better health. So that's what it is.
Thank you for sitting with me today, Randy.
It was a pleasure, Katie. All right. That's what it is. System check everyone over and
Out.
that's right.